What's going on, everybody? Today we are in Arlington, Virginia, checking out one of the coolest new multi-generational houses I think we've toured on this channel. We got bedrooms and bathrooms on every single level, high-end finishes, and just over 4,000 square feet. Now, I am kind of biased because I grew up around this neighborhood, but you are super convenient to Clarendon, DC, DCA Airport, and more. So let's head outside. We'll get this tour started. I'll turn the camera around, and I'll also tell you what it's like to live here in the Penrose neighborhood in Arlington. And then at the end of this video, I'll tell you what I love and hate about the house. This home was built by Shamron Builders and listed by Nazia Oftub of Prop Locate Realty for $2,249,000. Inside, we have 5 beds, 5 baths, a 1-car garage, and approximately 4,200 finished square feet across 3 levels. This location is great because it's a quiet, walkable neighborhood that's in between Lyon Park and Columbia Pike. Penrose is also a historic area that has a lot of older houses, smaller houses, and then some of these newer construction homes are starting to be built as well, so you have a little bit of everything. And then you also have Penrose Park just a few blocks away, and there's no HOA here, but there is a neighborhood association that hosts picnics, get-togethers, and there's a lot of pride living in this area. And if you commute, this neighborhood is just 1.5 miles to the Clarendon Metro, or you can walk a few blocks to Columbia Pike and get on a bus there. And of course, it would be an easy drive into DC as well. So let's get this tour started. And as always, reach out to my team and I below if you have any questions or would like to schedule a showing for this house or any others in the Northern Virginia or DC area. All right, let's get this tour started. Take off my shoes here and back up. And we got this giant 9-foot pivot door right there. It's got to be the sturdiest front door I've seen in a while. So let me show you the entrance. We got one of our 2 fireplaces over there, plenty of recessed lights, hardwood floors. Got the Anderson floor to ceiling windows, so you kind of have the green views in the front and the back, or on both sides. And what's nice about this neighborhood is that, you know, you're right next to Clarendon and DC, but it still definitely has a quiet, kind of residential, charming type of feel. And I like this little porch area. You know, it's not a huge front porch kind of space, but it is covered, and it's just this is a very pleasant neighborhood. I've seen like 5 or 6 people walking around, walking their dogs, neighbors waving to each other kind of place. So we got kind of some space, extra space over here. Living room, dining room. They do have designer lighting throughout. Look at all these recessed lights. Plus you got the floor to ceiling windows with the natural light. And that's obviously, those trees are obviously on the other side of the property, but it kind of gives it a little more sense of privacy. Oh man, check out this kitchen here. We got the custom cabinets, Thermador appliances. Got the nice quartz island here with the huge sink. Got our dishwasher right there. Let's open up a few of these. So Thermador all around, range, microwave. No pot filler, so I know someone's gonna say they need a pot filler, but it's okay. Nice backsplash. Let's see if they left anything good for me in the refrigerator. It's almost Friday. I was hoping for a beer, but okay, water will do. So let me just back up and show you. So the view from the kitchen here. Yeah, it's very quiet. I mean, I can hear birds like chirping and almost getting some nature vibes from this house. So before we check out the pantry and mudroom, we actually have a bedroom on this level. So like I mentioned, it's the multi-generational house. So this is set up as an office right now, but all of these bedrooms are a very good size. These are like oversized bedrooms, kind of like different shaped bedrooms, but plenty of space to work with. So if you wanted, this could be a bedroom. There's also a bedroom and a kitchen in the basement, but this is more than enough space. You got access to the bathroom right here, or it could be a good office too. Again, the Anderson floor to ceiling windows. And then we'll go outside, we'll check out the driveway, but you got a long driveway. It's only a 1-car garage. I know some people want their 2-car garage, but you got a super long driveway and 1-car garage with storage. So this is a huge closet here. Up a little bit, got our fan up there, and the pocket door. Guess I could go this way. So here is our bathroom, nice vanity, and we got our shower, the rain head, tile going all the way up. And this neighborhood, Penrose, so you are, like, you go a few blocks that way, you're at Columbia Pike with all the restaurants, shops, development, and then you go a few blocks to the left and you got Clarendon. So you're like in this perfect little pocket of a neighborhood. So I really think this area is gonna be the next, Lion Park or, one of these top neighborhoods, just because it's so pleasant, it's so convenient. You got a park a few blocks away. And we are starting to see some new construction homes in Penrose. Not a ton, well, yeah, there's been 3 or 4 recent ones. So it hasn't blown up yet, but it's definitely starting to. I'll show you the driveway. They mentioned you could fit 4 cars here, so I think that would be a pretty fair assessment. And then we got our basement entrance. We'll check out this backyard in a second. Let me just show you. So, yeah, 1-car garage. But we also have some extra storage space over here. The 2-car garages in Arlington, you'd start to get to like a different price point. Doesn't seem like it'd be that big of a deal, but it does make a big difference. So not a huge backyard, but perfect if you want that low maintenance, relaxing type of backyard. So yeah, they got some privacy trees right there. You could even put up some more if you wanted. And it's fully fenced in just about, well, at least in the back. Although if you have a dog, it could probably jump over that. This is the rain runoff. All these new constructions, they're required to have these drainage systems here. Got the neighbor walking around. So it's not fully fenced in, but get the idea. You do have some apartments like further down, but again, you're in basically right outside of Clarendon. So this is like a pretty dense type of area. So it's like a mix of residential, multifamily. It's mostly residential here. You have some small apartments, some townhomes. So that was it for the first level. We still got 2 more levels to go, and let's head upstairs. Hey, what's up? It's Jeff again. So let me know what you guys are thinking so far about the house. And as always, if you have any questions or would like to set up a showing for this house or any homes in the Northern Virginia market, reach out to my team and I below. We get calls, texts, and emails all the time from people like you looking to buy a property in the Northern Virginia, DC area, and we'd love to assist you. And of course, if you're not signed up for my Northern Virginia weekly email newsletter, sign up in the link below. We go over market updates, different houses, just helpful info, whether you're buying or selling in the next month, next 12 months. It's always a good idea to stay updated on this market. All right, so we just came up these stairs. Look at how much natural light you get. Really nice. Flooded. I hate when people say flooded with natural light. I'm like, can we use a different word? I don't like using the word flooded when describing a nice property. But plenty of natural light. You know, when you have these giant windows, these are Anderson windows this side. These are expensive windows. And again, like this neighborhood, I almost want to just go for a walk around this neighborhood when I'm done with this video. It's a very pleasant neighborhood. And then up here, we got tall ceilings as well. Got the hardwood floors. And you see the house next door kind of looks, you know, like an older, one of these more historic types of properties. So you'll see all types of houses in this neighborhood. We got our ensuite bathroom here. I like that gray tile. It looks like a fancy hotel or something. Got the rain head. All these different options here with the shower. Of course, we got the bench. Oops. So all of these bedrooms are like bigger than most bedrooms. Now there's only 3 bedrooms up here, so I know some people are gonna mention that, but at least the 3 bedrooms are a pretty good size, and this would be the primary suite. Again, I like the green backdrop. It's quiet. Sometimes with these videos, I'll say, oh, it's a quiet neighborhood, and then all of a sudden like a fire truck comes rolling down. But got our closet. This would be the main closet here. Back up a little bit. I like their stager too. So we got the bedroom area, and then you got this space right here. I'll just show you like what's behind here. Gonna get a better idea. So you're gonna have like apartments, houses, a combination. Then the Penrose Park is like just a few blocks away. So here is our bathroom. We got a gorgeous bathroom here. Soaking tub, 2 sinks here. Water closet. Let's check out this shower. Oh, look at that. We got the fancy rain head. Bench. So not bad at all. Moving right along, we got one more bedroom to check out on this floor. So this is the laundry area right off of the primary suite. Not huge, but I like that it's just right up here. Super convenient. Again, this is not like a 10-bedroom house or anything. So this is the 3rd bedroom. Again, the shapes of these bedrooms are a little bit like non-traditional, I guess you could say, but they're all a really good size. Got the ensuite bathroom, so each bedroom up here has its own ensuite bath. definitely went all out with the showers. Definitely more of like a custom type of look. All right, so we will check out this basement, which is super cool. And then I'll tell you my overall thoughts about the house, what I love and hate about it. Hey, what's up? It's Jeff again. So let me know what you guys are thinking so far about this property. Actually, I have a question for you. So do you prefer me doing more of these house tours, or do you want to see more neighborhood content, you know, what it's like living in different areas? Or do you want to see something completely different? Drop it in the comments below. I actually do read all the comments, all the reasonable comments. So I like getting feedback as to what you guys actually want to see. You know, if you're thinking about buying or selling in the Northern Virginia market, you know, what's important to you. All right, so there's a kitchen right there. Head down to this basement, which is nice because we got another kitchen here. No stove, but you got the refrigerator, dishwasher. This kitchen's pretty nice. Beverage cooler, microwave. Yeah, this would be a good little apartment for somebody. I just saw a house recently where they put up like green turf on these walls right there to make it just look a little more appealing. So I think I might consider doing that if I bought this one, or just for showing it. I think it looks a little bit better. But anyways, here is our setup. So we got our second fireplace. I'll just show you the exit out just so you know. So you do have a bit of stairs, you know, maybe 10 stairs going up. So if you wanted something with not too many stairs, you know, you'd use that first level as a bedroom. But the bedroom down here is perfectly fine as well. So we got our casino night set up right here, even though we have MGM Grand right down the street, but I gotta stay away from that place. Lose all my money. But no, it is fun to go to, and they're getting the Sphere at MGM, so that is gonna be super cool. It's not gonna be as big as the Las Vegas one, but everyone that I know that goes to the Sphere is like raving about it, like Wizard of Oz, and just watch a fight and all these, so many cool things going on in Vegas. But don't stay there for more than a weekend. One of my good friends is going to Vegas this weekend, and I'm just like, man, can you just constantly send me videos and photos and just so I can feel like I'm there? So yeah, this is just, you know, your egress. I'd probably put the green turf wall right there, but that's okay. Yeah, so this house kind of has like this angular shape here, so it's almost like you could put, yeah, some cabinets or extra storage, I don't know, plants. I'm much more of a numbers person, not a design person. And we do have the tile floor here, not LVP. So, storage closet. And then, interesting. Okay, so we have the tub right here. I think the other bathrooms were all showers. Nicely done. And then this would be our bedroom. Again, a pretty good size, like different type of shape, but pretty good size. They did mention they have 2 sump pumps for this house as well. So even though you have the basement, you probably shouldn't have any water issues if you got 2 sump pumps on a brand new construction home. All right, so we have the pocket door for the bathroom we just saw. And then we also have this, I think it's just a utility room. Yeah, so get your home inspector in here, make sure everything checks out. All right, I'm gonna give you one more look, and then I'm gonna sit over at the casino table and tell you my overall loves and hates about the house. Okay, loves and hates about this house, pros and cons, whatever you want to call it. Number one, what I love about this house is the neighborhood. That's one of the things I love about it. I know I've talked about Penrose so much, but this is like the perfect neighborhood. This is what you want in a neighborhood. It's walkable, you're close to different amenities, you're close to the city. It still has that quiet feel. You have a mixture of homes. It's a historic type of neighborhood too, so you have some of these older, charming, restored houses. And it's a neighborhood that's gonna grow over the next 5, 10, 20 years. I think this neighborhood will become the next Lion Park. And it's because you're so close to the metro, you're right next to Lion Park, but this neighborhood hasn't had that same amount of development. You're starting to see more and more new construction, but you're gonna start to see more and more expensive homes in this neighborhood. The next thing I love about this house, I would say it has a lot of high-end custom types of finishes. So as far as I can tell, they didn't cheap out on the materials. I know someone's probably gonna call out something, they always do, but they got the Thermador appliances, the Anderson windows, and all of the showers seemed very custom and high-end as well. And the third thing I love about this house is the multi-generational aspect. So you got that first level bedroom, could be an office bedroom, but it's definitely a big space. You got the bathroom right there, so could make for whatever type of space you want. Plus you have the apartment with the kitchen in the basement. So that's another good separate space if somebody needed that. And I would add another thing I like is that you have that front door. I know it's not a huge front porch, but it's a nice little area you can sit and relax. And then in the back, you got a nice Trex deck right there, a low maintenance backyard. And they have the privacy trees up too. So it's kind of like a mini backyard oasis. Now, as far as what I hate about the property, and hate's a pretty strong word, but pros and cons. So this is the most expensive house in Penrose. And you could also argue that it's, one of the nicest homes in Penrose. Obviously, it's gonna sell for one of the highest price points in Penrose. But that's just something to keep in mind. A lot of times people think of Penrose as one of the more affordable little pockets of Arlington. But this brand new house, if you move it over to Lion Park, Clarendon, you're gonna be spending 2.5, maybe more than that. The next con to this house, I would say, there's only 3 bedrooms upstairs. So some people might want more of a traditional 4 bedrooms upstairs. Now this house does have bedrooms on every single level, so that definitely makes up for it a bit, I think, but there's definitely some people that would prefer the 4 bedrooms all on the top level. And then as far as the third con, it's a modern type of house. Some people might want a different style, maybe more of a craftsman or more of a traditional type of house, but it still fits into this area. Around Lion Park, around this neighborhood, you are starting to see a lot more modern style houses. And this house is not ultra modern. You go to some parts of Falls Church, even some parts of Arlington, parts of McLean, you'll see an ultra modern house that looks like it's a spaceship or something out of a futuristic TV show or movie. So this one is modern, but it's not ultra modern. So just kind of depends what preference, what style of house you prefer. So there you have it. Let me know what you think. And as always, reach out to my team and I below if you're looking to buy or sell in the Northern Virginia market.